proposals: Senate Bill 36 and House Bill 105 to let voters decide in 2026 whether recreational cannabis should be legalized. Senator David Yates, a major proponent, sees this as economic opportunity. With Kentucky's thriving illicit cannabis market, legalization could keep millions of dollars in state. But not everyone is on board, including Governor Andy Beshear, who's playing it safe, saying the state needs to prove its medical marijuana programs before moving forward. Overall, this debate reflects the larger national conversation. Should states take a cautious approach or dive headfirst into full legalization? The answer could have major implications for Kentucky's economy and their public opinion. Next up, drama is unfolding in Illinois as former Verano Holdings executive Anthony Marisco. He's facing allegations of insider trading. Prosecutors claim Marisco and his associates made over $600,000 in profits by purchasing Goodness Growth stock ahead of a merger announcement deal. On top of this, Verano is dealing with a separate $870 million lawsuit over a failed $413 million merger deal. The company insists Marisco's actions don't impact operations, but this legal saga is a reminder of how volatile and scrutinized the cannabis industry has become. All right, let's now zoom out to the broader landscape in Virginia, where lawmakers are working to automatically expunge past marijuana possession offenses. Efforts to advance dispensary legislation are ongoing, with hopes to override Governor Youngkin's veto threats. And finally, our last thing on the federal front, a quick reality check. While some hope President Trump might fast-track cannabis reform, removing marijuana from the Controlled Substances Act isn't as simple as signing an executive order. It requires action from Congress or a formal administrative process. While the push to reschedule marijuana to Schedule 3 is gaining momentum, full deschedulization remains a long-term goal. That's the reality. That's a wrap, everyone, for this week's TDR's Trade to Black biggest developments in cannabis. Lots to unfold here coming up next week as Donald Trump forms more and more of his cabinet. If you want to stay up to date, make sure to log on to our live stream on our YouTube channel right here on YouTube, Monday and Wednesdays at 4 o'clock and Friday at 11 a.m. as well. If you want to stay up to date on the biggest developments, make sure to scan this QR code and subscribe to our Baked In newsletter, delivered to your inbox Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Also, leave some likes and comments below. We greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we'll see you all here on the Trade to Black podcast coming up next week. Here we go, everybody. Big week coming up. I'm your host, Chad Dales.
Shout out to the superfood parents. Y'all need to go check out my video sponsors.
So let's get back to the topic. I've got the garlic in there. I'm gonna chop up this onion. I'm gonna put a little bit of water and I'm gonna just let those saute down. Is sugar like crack? What do you all know about the studies? Have you seen any studies? Are you familiar with this, that sugar is addictive? And one of the main ways that we get it is in our ultra-processed foods. So anything that's processed or ultra-processed, for example, if you're eating a tomato, that's just a whole food. If you turn that tomato into ketchup, if you turn that tomato into any sort of sauce, then it's processed. And it may be ultra-processed, like a ketchup would be ultra-processed, because you can't even recognize it anymore. If it's salsa, that would be processed because it has been changed, but it's not ultra processed where there's been all these additives and all these different things happening with it. So we're just going to rough chop our onion and put that in the pan. And remember, we're sauteing these all with a splash of water. Christiana, can you bring me the liquid aminos, please? Thank you. So liquid aminos, I'm going to use those as the salt here to season this up. And let's see what you all are saying in the chat. Rambo is saying, dark vegetables and fruit come with extra stuff. Absolutely. The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, right? But also the darker the berry, the sweeter the nutrients, like the darker the food. So Rainbow is saying dark vegetables and fruit come with extra stuff. So eat lots of colors in fruit and vegetables and eat from all over the world. It's ours to eat. Absolutely. So that's another good way to look at it. You know, when you think about it, you just have to say, okay, I'm going to eat the rainbow, as they say, but why are you eating the rainbow? Because the